May 7th, 2034, sun. Okay, so there's still more. Time, 11:17 a.m. Takeshi Kuronari. I was in the center of World of Blue. And it loops to the beginning. Okay. Headed back to the mainland. Yup, oh, it's a bookend. I like it. There was nobody on the boat besides us. Me, Hokuto, Tsugumi, Yubise Harukana, Sora, Koko, Kaburaki, Chami, Pipi. Who's that missing? Yubise Akikana should be there. Oh, does it mention Mayo? Or are they not there? Oh, and two girls called Yubise Akikana and Sara Matsunaga. Oh, I see, because he doesn't know who they are. Gotcha, that's why he originally didn't list them. Okay. Altogether, 9 people and 2 animals. Well, 9 people. Is Sora a person now? I slipped a short distance away from everyone and leaned over the dark railing to look out at the expanse ocean before me. Of ocean. The May sun sparkled on the ocean. Above, high above, stretched a clear blue sky. The fresh new sky looked so glossy and vivid that it might spill down on Earth at any moment. It was all that was reflected in my eyes. The straight line of the horizon stretched into the distance, dividing the sea from the heavens. Uh-huh.
のどかだな。
Huh? Yep, again. So tranquil. I murmured to myself. A solitary seagull traced a gentle arc in the sky as the wind carried it away. Uh-huh. The wind, full of the smell of the ocean, gently blew by me.
平和だよな。
So peaceful. It felt as if I were dreaming. You know, after all the repetitive shit we've had to go through the course of fully beating this game, you really have to repeat more? Everything that I saw in the scene before me was exactly as it had been 6 days earlier. You mean 17 years and 6 days earlier? 6 days earlier. For me, it had only been 6 days. Not even a week had passed. I got separated from my friends that day, and those friends are 17 years older to now. Ended up waiting by myself for an elevator. But after surviving for 6 days, I've been stuck 17 years into the future. And...
Papa! Papa!
Daddy! Oh, first proper look at Hokuto. Okay, he looks like a character.
お父さんお父さん
Dad! It's still a little weird to me that he has the same voice as the young Karabuki. That just... Why? Why is that a thing? That I feel... If this guy, which by the way, if he voiced both of them, really good job. You should have made 3 voices if you were really going to go there, because Hokuto sounds very similar to young Karabuki, and yet young Karabuki and Hokuto sound quite different from Takeshi and old Karabuki, which it's fine if they sound the same, because that was the point. Karabuki was imitating Takeshi, but young Karabuki should not sound like Hokuto. Whatever, minor complaint, but nah. I found out that I had a 16-year-old daughter and son. It was a dream. Yeah, that's right, I must be dreaming. If I'm not dreaming, there's no way this could be happening.
ねえパパってば
Dad, listen! The girl called Mayo pulled up close to me. I will never stop calling her Mayo. The girl was wearing a high school uniform. I'd never seen her before. She suddenly pulled up close and pressed her cheek against my arm.
ほら見て見てこれ
Hey, look at this!
私ねちっちゃい頃からずーっとパパのこと見てたんだよ
I've been watching you ever since I was a little baby girl. Oh yeah, you're gonna pull out the pendant. Mayo stuck out a pendant with a mirror attached to it, but can Takeshi see what the image is? I mean, I know, because you don't necessarily have to get full cure, right? Like Karabuki, did he get full cure? I thought they implied that he didn't, which means Takeshi might not have gotten it, and if he didn't get full cure, then he won't be able to see the image anyways. Actually, if you get full cure, then you can't be exposed to sunlight, right? If you don't get full cure, you can't be exposed to sunlight, right? So, he has to have full cure. I don't know. On the mirror side, there was nothing. But...
そうかそうか。
Oh, really?
なんだかよくわからんが、我が娘よ。
He didn't see it? I think I get it. He didn't see... Yeah, so he doesn't have full cure. I don't really understand, but that's okay, daughter of mine.
大きくなったな。よしよし。
Can't believe how tall you've gotten. Okay, now he's just losing himself. Saying this, I stroked her hair. Since I had come this far, I decided there was no reason to hold back. Besides, all this was a dream. And if I had a daughter this cute, what did it matter anyway? There was no reason to resist the whole situation. Instead of thinking that.
はあ、お父さんずるいよ。
Dad, no fair!
パパって呼ぶなってあんなに散々言ってたくせに。
And you kept telling me, don't call me Dad!
どうしてサラのことだけ可愛がるの？
How come you act all dad-like to Sarah? Ellipses.
ねえパパパパ
Dad, Dad!
今度手裏剣村に連れて行ってほしいでござる
I want to go to Ninja Town for fun someday soon. Ninja Town? Is that a real thing? Like a Naruto cosplay place?
うん。手裏剣村か。
Ninja Town, huh?
いいでござるぞ。一緒に行こうでござる。
Why not?
うん
Sounds good to me.
こら、無視すんな。
Stop ignoring me! Oh, you seem to. But when you're angry, you get a lot angrier looking than young Karabuki.
なんでサラの言うことだけ全部受け入れるんだよ。
How come you listen to everything Sarah says? Well, because it's Sarah. She always gets her goddamn way.
どうして僕の言うことは聞いてくれないの？
Why don't you listen to everything I say?
ねえ、なんで？どうしてなの？お父さ
Well, Dad, why not?
ん。別に無視してるわけじゃないさ。
I'm not ignoring you.
ただ、そういう質問には答えたくないだけ
I
で。
just don't want to answer those kinds of questions.
そういう質問？
What do you mean, those kinds of questions?
そうだ。
Those kind.
俺は意味のない質問には答えないことにしたんだよ。
I don't answer meaningless questions. Yes! Oh, that's one of the things that this game is so good at, is just calling back to stuff like that. Tsugumi Komachi.
俺は意味のない質問には答えないことにしたんだよ。
I don't answer meaningless questions. I could hear his words coming from a distance, the same words I used to say 17 years ago. In order to protect myself from the strong May sunshine, I had stayed inside the boat. Oh. I could see the three of them through the window. So, wait. But she has infrared vision. Doesn't that mean she's protected from the sun versus not being protected? That's confusing. Whatever. I guess it's the other way around then. No, because she has infrared vision, that's why she's weak to the sunlight. And now she can see when there's strong temperatures to stay away from them because she's weak to it. But he doesn't have that part of it, so he didn't need to develop the infrared, I think is what they're getting at? I think so. Weird, but okay. Doesn't that mean she's a worse version of Kira then? And they talked about how she was a better version? I don't know, seems iffy to me. Anyways, I could see the three of them through the window. Takeshi was on the desk over by the railing, talking to the two kids. I don't answer meaningless questions. Yes. That's why I always kept quiet whenever he asked me something. There was so much I wanted to talk about. I wanted to tell him about every single day that had passed these long 17 years. For the moment, watching him innocently playing with the children was enough for me. Everything that had happened up until that point was meaningless. He was there right in front of me, and the two children were there. There was nothing more I could have hoped for. I had found happiness. I was immersed in it, drowning in it, intoxicated by it. That was truly how I felt. It seemed to me that all the days, filled with struggle and sadness, had been for that day, that moment. Hokuto and Mayo, Sarah, whatever, were on both sides of him, and even when he tried to throw them off, they clung to him. I absently patted Chami, who was riding on my shoulder as I watched the scene before me. Oh, and now we gotta see Chami's point of view. Him, Takeshi Kurinari.
だったら生きろ。
So live!
生きている限り生きろ。
As long as you're alive, live!
大丈夫。
Don't worry.
俺は
I'm
死なない。
not gonna die! And then he died. For a while. He got better. And after saying that, he jumped from our taxi, that stupid man. Oh, the fucking taxi, I love it. She still remembers to call it a taxi even this many years later. Stupid man. But he kept his promise. There was something I had to tell him. Going outside, wrapped in my 100% UV protection clothing, 100% UV protection clothing? What are those? Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Oh, that might be the new funniest joke in the game. Holy shit! I thought they weren't gonna answer it. I thought it was gonna be the elephant in the room. It was like, I would have maybe even been okay with that. Like, why did Tsugumi have a Tanuki shot in the beginning of the game. Isn't that fucking weird? And they just never answer it. I kind of was starting to grow more attached to the idea they were just never going to answer it, and I was okay with it. That wasn't one of my issues. I was fine if they didn't clear that up. But they did clear it up in the way that... That's so good! Yes! Oh, okay. Whew. Alright, moving on. I walked over to where he was. For some reason, my legs were shaking, and my heart was beating so hard it felt like it could burst. Being careful that he wouldn't notice the deep breaths I was taking, I went and stood in front of him. Takashi. He'll finally find out that indeed, yes, I was the one who punched him the fuck out. Welcome home. Suddenly, he pulled me close, in the fucking Tanuki suit, into his strong arms and solid chest. My body was wrapped in a heat, which threatened to melt me, and for one moment my heart had stopped beating.
Tadaima, Tsugumi.
I'm back, Tsugumi. Remember how I said the relationship felt like it wouldn't last? It's funny, now that they're kind of immortal-ish, if they are both immortal-ish, then, hopefully I was wrong and it does last, otherwise things would get very awkward. I mean, having seen a bit more of this, having seen how dedicated Tsugumi is, I think maybe it can last now, because I feel like Tsugumi was the problem, but after so much time away, she became so obsessed, but not in a bad way, that I feel from here the relationship maybe can actually be good. Which, I know it's awkward, but I feel that was almost needed. I feel Tsugumi needed that, otherwise she would... Maybe not 17 years, but as things stood, I do feel the relationship was kind of unhealthy back then. But I feel because of the time away from him and realizing how much she fucking loved his body, it makes it a little better. Anyways, moving on. I'm back to Keshi. I'm back to Tsugumi! They both start with a T, I'm sorry, I read it wrong. Sorry for taking so long. He whispered. You know, you're as cute as ever. Even in the suit! What? Really? Stop it! You're in the fucking suit, though! I can't help it, you're so adorable! Yep, in that Tanuki suit! What's with you all of a sudden? You're so cute, I could just eat you up. Stop it, what are you talking about? You sure are charming! Yep, like Chami. Although, she's a Tanuki, not a Jungarian hamster. There's a difference. Or wait, is she a Tanuki? Or is she supposed to be a lemur? I don't remember. I remember he thought she was one, and it turned out she was the other. But I don't remember which she actually is. Whatever. I suppose that's why they call you Chami. It's a good name. Wait, is he talking to Chami the whole time? Is that the joke? Are you joking? What? I forcefully pried myself away from Takeshi's chest. His eyes were leveled at my shoulder. Oh, I see. Oh, man. I looked over to see what he was staring at. Chami was busy grooming himself with jerky movements using both of his front paws. I can't believe it! You're such a jerk, Takeshi! Sorry, Matsunaga. Oh boy. Such a jerk, Takeshi! Oh, Mom and Dad are fighting. Mama let out a yell and turning around, went back inside the boat, tail wagging. Yup. Oh, I love that. She moved unexpectedly, and Chami, who had been riding on her shoulder, lost his balance and fell to the deck. Oh no, not Chami!
Oi, Tsugumi!
Tsugumi, what's wrong? Dad went chasing after Mom. The fact that she's willing to so casually even think to herself like that after such a short time, that's interesting. You know, I mean, it's not even that she's saying this out loud, she's thinking in her head. She's already committed it to thought process that this is how she views them in such a short time. So, okay. Bam, wham, bang, crash, crash! A series of frightful sounds ensued. He looked over on the other side of the window, could see Mama wildly brandishing the head of the costume she'd been wearing. She had on one of the lemur fox monkey costumes in order to stay out of the sun. Yup. I could see Father's back as he was desperately trying to calm Mother down. Hokuto and I looked at each other and started laughing. The question is, though, why did she decide to force it on to, Karabuki? And also, how similar... And did she also try to force it on Hokuto? Because that's one thing I'm a little bugged about. Because in the vision we saw at the beginning of the game we were watching, we saw both the Karabuki-looking Takeshi, and the Karabuki-looking Shonen. And we also saw Mayo and Koko. So I have to assume we saw both perspectives going back and forth at the same time, and which was which is kind of hard to distinguish at times. So, no, she had to have put that suit on Hokuto, but also on Karabuki. That's kind of a coincidence. Why did she do that? I can kind of understand maybe from one perspective, but from both? And was she doing that, like, did she knowingly realize how similar that was? Or did she not? That's questions. Those aren't that important, but I kind of wish I knew the answer. Now that they've partially answered the question, I kind of want the full answer. But anyways, Hokuto and I looked at each other and started laughing. And Chami? He was calmly acting as if nothing had happened and just continued cleaning himself. I leaned down to put Chami in my palm and stood back up. Mom had already told me about this little hamster's ordeal. When I thought about how Chami had lived through the same circumstances we had, it made my heart warm. I could feel the beating of his tiny heart in my palm. And how many lives does he have left, by the way? You know, just they say cat has 9 lives. How many does a hamster have? Because he's definitely down at least 1. Thump, thump. His heartbeat was tiny but consistent. It goes without saying, but I thought to myself, Chami is living each moment to the fullest. What do you think is going to happen to us after this? What do you mean? With Lie Bitch? Well, you, Haru, is kind of like our in, right? So it might be okay? You don't think Lie Bitch will come after us, do I? Do you? Do you? Not do I. You'll be alright, Sarah. Don't worry about it. Oh, shit. She definitely has a more mature feel. Someone was talking to us, and that would be Haru. Looking around, I saw... You saw... Oh, hi, Nakyu. No, wait, Miss Tanaka, Yubisei Harukana, right? Oh, now everyone's gonna know the full names. Miss Tanaka nodded slightly. Hokuto asked Miss Tanaka, What do you mean we'll be alright? What I mean is... I really like this, adult use sprite. It's nice. Saying that, she took out the newspaper that had been tucked into her pocket and handed it to my brother. He opened it up. I nestled up against his shoulder and looked at the front page headline. Lieblich Pharmaceutical, responsible for outbreak of T-Flow virus. Dun dun dun. Is that true? I guess it is. I mean, wait, was the outbreak when Coco was infected and from there more people? Was that the outbreak? Or was it before that? I don't know. Compulsory investigation to begin in a day or two. It was learned that the T-Flow virus, TB, which had ravaged the world since 2017. Oh shit. So that is when it got out. It was manufactured by the Frankfurt-based pharmaceutical giant Lieblich Pharmaceutical. When a whistleblower... sorry. I'm just thinking of Outlast now. But from the Japanese-German joint managed research facility came forward earlier this week. Oh, is that what they call people who leak information but want to remain anonymous? Whistleblowers? That's why it's called Outlast Whistleblower? Okay, whatever. I was never aware of that. I think I am now. I'll have to look that up after this. Anyways, from the Japanese-German Joint Managed Research Facility came forward earlier this week. Spurred by these allegations, the Metropolitan Police Department is expected to open a criminal investigation that will focus on Lieblich's branch offices as well as related research facilities. Lieblich Pharmaceutical has for some time conducting research and development of TB for the purpose of manufacturing a biological weapon. Gross. An outbreak of the virus is rumored to have occurred in their research facility around May 1st. Oh, so that is when it happened. Okay. Leibich not only sought to cover up the accident, but also continued research into TB without the authorization of the Ministry of Health under conditions of extreme secrecy, according to the whistleblower. Who is the whistleblower, then? Is it someone we know of? Location of the company's research institute has not yet been confirmed. Unless the whistleblower is just Harukana, which it could be because she knows about it. Numerous other doubts involving Leiblich, including charges that it wrongfully detained citizens for the purpose of human experiments, which it did, have been raised and are to be investigated. Also, unlike Tsugumi when she was a kid, in order to fully uncover the facts behind these allegations and reported incident, the Metropolitan Police Department is requesting cooperation from authorities in Germany, where Leiblich head office is located. Okay, them bitches going down! The lying bitches!
ライプリヒ製薬の影響力は国家権力にまで深く浸透してるからまあいろいろと根回しは大変だったんだけど
But you did it. Leibich has a lot of influence, even political clout at the national level. Laying the groundwork for this was really tough, but Ms. Tanaka took out an old marker and scratched it against her cheek. Oh, that mark! Wait, no, not that marker. That's Akikana's marker. Sorry, getting confused.
じゃあここに書いてある内部告発をした人っていうのは
The whistleblower mentioned in this article is you.
そう私
That's right, it was me.
本当はマスコミや警察にリークしたのはだいぶ前なんだけどね
Actually, I leaked this to the police and to the press quite a long time ago. Then why'd it take so long? Did you tell them to keep quiet about it for a while?
でも裏でコソコソっと取引みたいなことをして
There was a lot of behind-the-scenes maneuvering.
今日5月7日になるまでは絶対に何があっても動かないでってそう言っといたの
So I told them, whatever happens, don't move before May 7th. Oh, well, okay.
パパとあのココちゃんっていう女の子を助けるために
You mean in order to rescue Dad and that girl Coco? Mm-hmm.
そういうこと
That's right. So whatever happened to Coco's actual dad? Because the dad that died is supposed to be, Yoichi Tanaka. Which, so, is her actual dad Takeshi? I'm confused now. Is that just a plot hole? Was that them fucking with us? Was that a typo? I don't know.
じゃあ
Well,
もう私たち追いかけられずに済むんだ自由になったんだ
that means they won't come after us and we're free! Yeah.
だからもう何も心配しなくてもいいのよ
So there's nothing to worry about, okay? Miss Tanaka smiled kindly. Just then,
心配しなくてもいい何よそれよくそんなこと言えるよね
oh, sisterly love, kind of. How cute? Question mark? There's nothing to worry about. How can you say that?
お母さん誰に向かって言ってるのか分かってるの
Do you have any idea who you're talking to?
ユ
You.
ナヨが今までどれほど辛い思いをしてきたのかお母さん考えたことあるの
Do you have any idea how hard a time Mayo's been through? Have you stopped to think about that, Mother? Oh, she's probably had to think about it a lot.
ちょっとお母さん一緒に来て
Come here, Mom, for a second.
話があるの
I have something to tell you. Yubisei Harukana Tanaka. Oh, we're even seeing it from her point of view. Well, I guess it makes sense.
話があるの
I have something to tell you. And saying that, my daughter tugged firmly on my arm and led me over to a corner of the desk.
話って何
What do you want to talk about?
言わなくても分かってるでしょ
You already know, right? Do I?
お母さんは2025年にレミューで働き始めた第三視点を研究するために
In 2025, you started working at Lemur to conduct research into the third eye. Oh, I get it. To set all this up. I see. Oh, that makes sense. Cool.
本当の倉成武史とあのココっていう女の子を救うために
I mean, in order to save the real Takeshi Kurinari and that girl called Coco. Ellipses.
だったらどうしてなの
So what?
レミューで働いてたんなら ライプリヒの施設に監禁されてたマヤを助け出すことだってできたでしょ。
If you were working at Lemur, you could have found a way to rescue Maya, who's been locked up at Leibich's facility all this time. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those awkward time loop bullshit situations, right? I'm sure she thought about it and wanted to, but didn't want to risk fucking up the time loop, right? If she did that, Maya wouldn't have been the same person when she actually came to the facility.
つぐみと子供たちを会わせてあげることだってできたでしょ。
You could have reunited Tsugumi and her kids, right?
なのにどうして。
Why didn't? Because then Takeshi wouldn't be here now.
それは
Well, had to be done to save Takeshi and Coco. We didn't dare to change history. Because I had made a promise to Blickwinkle in 2017. Yes, we've been over this.
お母さん何も教えてくれないのね。
You aren't going to tell me anything, are you?
いつもさ自分一人で勝手に何でも決めちゃって。
It's always like this. You always decide everything.
でもこの一件が起きる前に説明したところでユウはきっと信じてくれなかったでしょ。
Even if you couldn't trust me enough to explain... Wait. Isn't Aki supposed to be talking right now? Even if you couldn't trust me enough to explain things before all this happened, that's what she should say, right?
だからって騙すなんてひどいよ。
You didn't have to lie to me! Uh-huh. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Aki talking still. I think they fucked that up somehow. I don't know.
今まで18年間私は騙され続けてきたんだよ。
You've lied to me these 18 years! Yes, I have. And there's nothing I can say to apologize.
もう嘘はつかないで隠さないで全部教えてほしいの。
So I don't want you to lie to me, or hide anything. I want to know everything. Uh-huh.
まだ私に言ってないことあるんでしょ。
Is this supposed to be Aki? Because this sounds the older Haru version. There are still things you haven't told me, right? You're fucking up, game. Somebody somewhere is fucking this up. I don't know if it's the original Japanese or the translators or what.
本当のお父さんのことお母さんのこと。
Okay, is this just Aki sounding a bit sad? Because if she's sounding sad, that just sounds like the older Haru, which fucks me up. There are still things you haven't told me yet, right? Like who my real dad and mom were. You don't really have a real mom and dad. In a way. I don't know.
聞かせてお願いだから。
Tell me, please. Who's wait, no, Black. This is Blickwinkle, isn't it? I didn't hesitate? Oh, never mind. Okay. I told her about her father, Yoichi, and mother, Yuki. I told her the truth, all of it. May 6, 2017. Because Coco was 6, we had all headed to the IBF research lab. While Takeshi, the young Kaburaki, and Tsugumi were searching around the research facility, I stayed behind the examination room. Coco and the researcher were lying in the capsule pods. The researcher, who was fighting to stay conscious that the virus consumed his body, told me this.
まさかこんなところで再会することになるとはな。
I see, so she just didn't bother telling the rest of them, but she knew all along. I never dreamed that we'd meet again in a place like this. That's right, he was my father, YT, Yoichi Tanaka. Then what about TY, Takeshi Yagami? The fuck was up with that? As he was lying there in agony, he explained to me what had happened. Was that a coincidence they're both named Takeshi? Is that all it was? A fucking coincidence? That's bullshit! It can never be a coincidence! Not in storytelling! You can't have two people with the same name! That's bullshit! Especially in a time travel story. They have to somehow all be connected! That's bullshit! He explained to me what happened. 2000 AD. My father was a researcher on the Limach development project. One day, by accident, he discovered that Leibich was developing the TB virus. Okay. TB is a potent virus, which has an exceedingly high mortality rate, and Leibich was planning to sell it to military buyers around the world. Okay. Father, whose sense of justice was stronger than anyone I had ever known, appealed to the company to stop development of the virus immediately. But of course they refused. That being the case, my father made up his mind. He hacked into the highly protected company database, collected evidence, prepared to leak the information to the press. However, Leibich found out before he could make his move, and put him in a situation he could not escape. They threatened my father, telling him, "Should you escape from here, your wife and child will probably die in an unfortunate car accident." To my mother, Yuki, Leibich said... Oh, and to my mother, Leibich said this. "Your husband's missing after a highly tragic accident." Making his rounds on the Lemur premises, he slipped and fell into the ocean. "We're doing everything we can to search the surrounding waters, but his remains still have not been located." My mother believed them. It was the summer of my first year. Time passed and it was the year 2017. My father, who had been maintaining the computer system for the IBF, was caught up in the TB outbreak. As all the researchers fled one by one, my father stayed in IBF because he was worried about me. Because he found out somehow that you happened to be working in the facility at the time. My father knew I was working at Lemur. And my father, right in front of my eyes, after enduring one disaster after another and gasping in pain, while clawing at his throat, he struggled until the end to say, "My daughter, daughter, take care of her." Okay. His last words. Okay, here's my question, and this was actually one of the issues I had, so I'm glad they're addressing it somewhat. So, in previous timelines, they mentioned that Yu's father died 34 years ago, and they talked about how he died of TB, possibly. However, in this timeline, assuming it wasn't typo, which it could be, which is what's really fucking with me, they said that in this timeline they mentioned, oh, your mother died 15 years ago, but your father died 17. Why did Sora know he died 17 years ago? How did she figure that out? Because wouldn't they be led to the same conclusion that he died 34 years ago? Even if it's true that he did die 17 years ago, Sora shouldn't know that. And if she does know that, then she should have figured that out in the other pathways as well. What would lead her to believe the 34 years ago thing? Because the 34 years ago thing is what leads you to have to go, oh, there's this big issue, and somehow she has to have been born before, or there has to be a fake father, and it leads into this big conversation. But ultimately, there was no point to it because he did die 34 years ago. He died 17 years ago. Unless, of course, they're just being tricked into thinking that, which is fine, but it seems like there's a lacking consistency. So, I don't know. It hurts my knuckles to do that. Why did I do that? You hear that? Can you even hear it? Probably not. Whatever.
この事故を発端として、ティーフブラウウイルスは世界中に蔓延し、猛威を振るうことになった。
Because of that accident, the TB virus broke out, causing terrible suffering all over the world.
だけど、ライプリヒ製薬はウイルスのことや研究所の存在自体を隠蔽し、
But Leibich concealed
世間
everything.
は完全に闇の中へと葬り去ってしまったの。
The truth about the virus, the research facility, everything was locked away. Okay, I get that, but then somehow we were led to believe that he died 34 years ago? Why? What led us to believe that he died 34 years ago? Is that because of, they said the official record said that he died in the bottom of the sea 34 years ago? I mean, if that's the case, that's fine, but he didn't die of TB then. And even ignoring that, even if they somehow made people think he did die of TB, even though that seems to not be what they made people think, why does she now believe in this timeline that it is 17 years ago? It's consistency! And the press only reported that it was a deadly virus of unknown origin. Uh-huh. Even the experts had no idea where the disease really came from. But somehow, but I guess you and other people made it clear that it was Teeth Blow. However, the incubation period was very short, so even though the death rate was high, in many cases the carrier died before infecting others. So that's why it died out pretty quickly. So while the TB virus spread rapidly for a time, by 2019, years after the accident, the pace and scale of the disease's destruction gradually waned. I gotcha. So even though there was no cure, it eventually just died out. That doesn't mean there weren't victims. The number of people that the virus killed is said to have reached several tens of thousands. You see, why didn't you revert that, Mr. Blink Wickle, fourth dimension person? That's something you could have prevented. Prevent the virus from getting out in the first place. Where have I heard of that before? Anyways, but, no, instead you just decide to save the two people's lives. Which, I mean, I guess you had to do that because that's what you were meant to do in the bullshit time loop. but you think you'd want to stop that virus from getting out in the first place. I don't know. And one of them was my mother, Yuki. Oh! Oops. It was 15 years ago that my mother caught TB and it robbed her of her life. Okay, that makes sense. My sadness, anger, and hatred all came together then. Indeed. I swore that I would get revenge on Lieblich, but you had to wait. You had to wait for 17 years, or 15 years at that point. I infiltrated Lemur, and at the same time started formulating a plan to rescue Takeshi and Koko, who were trapped in the research facility. And the person who helped me to do that was Ryogo Kaburaki. Yeah, he's not a bad guy after all. Is he your husband, though? Are you guys like a thing now? It would kind of make sense, because you got pretty close to Kaburaki. I mean, just like how she got close to me, as Hokuto. So, it would make sense, which would make kind of, Harukana x Takeshi sort of thing. I mean, he's not Takeshi, but just thinking about that's kind of funny. We've spent, every moment for the last 17 years preparing for this. Wow. Giggity, question mark? Yes, it was the only thing that I've lived for up until now. Gross. Man, you, Sugumi, man, and Kaburaki, like, had to go through quite a bit to get here. Was it worth it? Let's hope so. I mean, to be fair, they have cure virus, so they have plenty of life ahead of them, but let's hope the 17 years was worth however many they get back. To make Lieblich pay for taking my mother and father from me, and to save my friends, Takeshi and Koko. Uh-huh. In order to do that, we needed to discover the third eye, Blickwinkel. Without his help, there was nothing we could do. There was no other way that we, who were living in this dimension, could go back in time. Uh-huh, that's why you had to contact Blickwinkel, who already contacted you, because of time loop bullshit. That was how the whole plan had been set in motion. Well, the whole plan was set in motion when Blickwinkel first talked to you, but that only happened because you already set the plan in motion in a previous timeline or something. It's the chicken and the egg thing, but whatever. All toward May 1st, 2034. After finishing my explanation, I let out a big sigh. Biting on the nail of her thumb, my daughter looked up at the sky. Uh-huh.
ほらその顔やっぱり信じてくれてないじゃない
See, look at that face. I knew you wouldn't believe me. She looked at me.
わあこんな話を信じろっていう方が
But then
ど
again,
うかしてるのかもしれないけどね
who would? I mean, we've been through some crazy shit. You can believe it, you. You, Aki, you.
でも事実は事実だから
It doesn't change the fact that it's the truth. I know it sounds like a bullshit time loop bullshit, but it is what it is. I reached out to stroke her hair. She stared at me blankly, looking just like I did 17 years ago. Reckless, full of fire, pure, to the point of being dangerous, and unable to control her emotions. Her innocent eyes had seen none of the evil and corruption in this world. Looking into her eyes, I could read everything she was thinking. Uh-huh. She wasn't mad, she wasn't unhappy, just afraid to accept the truth. She didn't know how to handle it, and was scared and embarrassed by that fact. Uh-huh. So I reached out and held her closely. There's no need for you to say anything, I thought this quietly to myself.
お母さん
Mom,
お母さんの言ってることは分かった
I understand what you're trying to tell me. She whispered this quietly in my ear.
でもねどうしても一つだけ確かめておきたいことがあるの
But there's something I have to know. Oh yeah?
何
What?
私はお母さんにとってどんな存在なの
What do I mean to you? You mean everything. I laughed without thinking and replied,
あなたは私のすべてよ
You're everything to me. Yubisayaki Kana Tanaka. Oh boy.
あなたは私のすべてよ
I do enjoy this chain thing going around, seeing everybody's perspective. You're everything to me. Mom said these words to me. I wanted her to tell me, you're my daughter, but, for some reason it didn't bother me. Another voice inside my head murmured, shouldn't you be furious? And you should slap her across the face! Oh shit! For some reason I couldn't get angry. I relaxed against my mother, who held me tightly. I could only feel dizzy from her warmth. All my normal reactions, such as lashing out like a wild animal and my sudden mood swings, the warmth of her hug took all of that away. Mom, when it came down to it, I still thought of her as my mother. There was an instinctive itch that transcended my basic reason. It was beyond my ability to control. In the end, no matter what anyone said, the woman in front of me was my mother. She wasn't much of a mother, but to me she was the only mother I had. And that's all there was to it. At that moment it occurred to me, I only differed from other people in the way that I was born. Uh-huh. She's still your mother, you just don't really have a father. You have a grandmother and a grandfather who are both unfortunately dead, and they are who you thought your mother and father were, but you unfortunately do not actually have a father. Ellipses. I've been told since I was a little girl that there are lots of things in this world that are hard to believe. In junior high and high school, all my friends loved to talk about all kinds of strange things. Psychic phenomena, supernatural powers, UFOs, UMAs, super ancient civilizations, urban myths, curses, fortune-telling, miracles, mysteries. I thought I'd dismissed all these things as girlish fantasies. No boyish fantasies? Something had now changed slightly. I mean, my existence itself was something hard to explain. As I thought about that fact, that I myself, this girl called you, was something of a mystic entity, indeed. Then ectoplasm, cattle mutilations, Rip Van Winkle. That's right, Rip Van Winkle. How is Rip Van Winkle related to Blickwinkle, by the way? What's the relation? The Lemurian civilization. All of these seemed like normal, everyday things. Even the third eye. Ellipses. And while those thoughts drifted through my head, my mother quickly went inside of the boat. Left by myself in the corner of the dark. Corner of the dark, lonely space. I basked in the lingering warmth that remained on my skin. The boat slowly rocked back and forth as it cut through the waves. The smell of the ocean quietly wafted by, carried by the sea breeze. Soon. Oh hey you! You here by all me? You were here all along? I've been looking for you! Yeah, because you guys gotta get hitched, right? Does that still happen? I hope so. But then there's also not Takeshi, older Kurabaki, and Harukana. Are they also a thing? I don't know. I'm not sure. They could just be like, platonic, but whatever the case. The kid, Hokuto, came walking over to me. Okay. Actually, there's something I wanted to ask you. Ask me? Hokuto nodded deeply and said, Uh-huh. I've been thinking I want to study archaeology when I go to college. Hokuto. I've been thinking I want to study archaeology when I go to college. So different people have different color boxes. I don't know if I'm paying full attention to what the color boxes are. I'll have to check back in editing. Like, I think a lot of them are just gray, though. If they're not blue or green, they're gray. I could be... Am I wrong? Is there different hues? I haven't noticed different hues. I think I've just been seeing gray. If it's been more than that, I've not been paying attention. I guess I'll check in editing. Anyways, when I go to college. I told to you what had been on my mind. Eh? Why that again? Well, now you know it's not bullshit, right? Well, because I want to study more about the third eye. He was silent. Huh? What are you, stupid? There's no such thing as the third eye. She can't say that anymore. Thought for sure that she'd come back with something like that. I was caught off guard by her reply. And? What'd you want to ask me about? Well, will you be my GF? My waifu? I've already made up my mind that I'm going to study archaeology, but... Still, I don't really know that much about it. Like what kind of things I should do to prepare, or if there's any books you know that are good primers on the subject. So I was hoping you'd give me some advice. I don't know what kind of advice I can give. I've only just started college and I've only really taken my recs, so requirements. Recs? Required classes.
考古学を専門的に勉強できるようになるのは3年になってからな
In
の。
order to major in archaeology, you've got to be a junior.
そうなんだ。
Oh,
だから私に助言を求められても。
sorry, but I can't really tell you anything.
あ、でも一つだけ。
Oh, maybe there is one thing.
考古学はやめといた方がいいと思うよ。
Should probably study something else.
どうして？
Huh? Why?
考古学って少年が思ってるよりもはるかに地味な学問なのよ。
Archaeology is way more boring than you're probably thinking. Yep.
映画に出てくるようなインディアナ・ジェーンズの世界とは全く
It's a
別
lot
物
different than what they show in the movies.
それにね、
Besides, you know what?
第三視点を本気で勉強したいんだったら哲学とか心理学とかそっちの方面に進んだ方が的確だと思う。
If you want to study about the third eye, you're better off attacking it from the direction of philosophy or psychology. Mm-hmm.
考古学っていうのはそもそも人類史を研究する学問なんだから。
Besides, archaeology is a subject that studies human history.
でもいいんだよ。もう決めちゃったんだもん。
It's okay, I've already made up my mind. Because I want to be with you? Is that... Are they going to be a couple in this timeline? Or did I fuck it up by going with Mayo instead of you way back when?
僕は人類史的な側面から第三視点についてアプローチしようと考
I've been
えてい
thinking
る
I
わ
could
け。
approach the angle of the third eye from the angle of human history.
また小難しいこと言っちゃって。
There you go, being difficult as always.
本当はただ単に私と同じ分野に進みたかっただけなんじゃないの？
I think the real reason you want to study is so that you can be in the same field as me. Yep.
つまり少年は私に憧れちゃってると。
I mean, it's obviously you like me, and there we go. She actually comes out with it. Yes. I would think if anything, you be more obviously you like him. Is that why he was so indifferent for so long? Because he was merged with my consciousness, the fourth dimensional consciousness, and the fourth dimensional consciousness doesn't really care about love. So that's what was fucking it up. Damn it, Blick Winkle, you fucked everything up. At least they worked out right in the end.
そうかもね。
Yeah, you're probably right. Uh-huh. I told her point blank how I felt. Wow. Okay. And it seemed like my reply caught her off guard. Oh, well, I guess he's more gung-ho in this timeline, but they waited longer in this timeline. They already became a couple earlier on in the other timeline, so I guess because there was so much going on with his mental crap in this timeline.
ともかく僕が考古学を専攻することは運命的に半分決まっちゃってるようなものだし、しょうがないんだよ。
Part of me feels like choosing to study archaeology was already half decided by destiny, so I don't have a choice.
運命的？
By destiny? There was that ending of Yu's pathway in the other timeline where he said, like, even in other timelines, I'll still be with you. I can tell because of my third eye. And I don't know if I said it out loud, but at the time I was thinking about, well, what about the timelines where I end up with Mayo? Turns out, those don't exist.
うん。
Yeah.
別の歴史の流れの中では僕はそんな未来を歩むことになってい
In
る。
another space-time continuum, I'm destined to walk that path in the future.
は？
Huh?
ユウにはいくら説明したって分かってもらえないと思う。
I don't think you understand, no matter how much I explain it anyway.
でも僕は確かに見たんだよ。
But I know what I saw.
その未来では僕とユウは付き合ってて
That's right, because he shares my fourth dimensional stuff. He's seen all the timelines. Lucky Hokuto. Well, lucky. He's had to go through some shit too, but still, that future you and I were going out and... Huh? What?
だからきっとこの歴史の中でも僕とユウは運命的に付き合うことになるんだと思う。
I'm pretty sure that in this timeline, you and I are destined to be together as well.
ちょっと待ってよ少年。勝手に決めないでよ。
Wait a second. Wait here, kid. You're getting ahead of yourself there. You can't just jump to that just because you saw it in a vision.
運命だかなんだか知らないけど、そういうことはお互いの承認と了解を得て初めて成立する関係でしょ。
I don't know much about fate, but things like that are decided with both people's consent. After that happens, you start going out. Okay, so do you consent?
そうだね。
Yeah.
じゃあ今言うよ。
Okay, I'll say it right now then.
今？
Now?
うん。
Yeah.
ユウ美生秋かなさん、
You say Akikana.
僕と付き合ってください。
Will you go out with me?
なぜなら僕はあなたのことが大好きだから。
Because I'm crazy about you. Ryogo Kaburaki. Oh, this is gonna be a shift. This is something I really want to see. Because I'm crazy about you. It was 2017. I was still 15. But you're not 15. What? Wait, what? I was stuck in Lemur in a total state of confusion, with no memory, had even forgotten my name. Ryogo Kaburaki. I was 15 years old. All I wanted at that time was stability. Young as I was overcome with amnesia, and even doubts as to whether my existence would fade away. In the middle of my chaos, it was her innocent smile that helped thaw my frozen heart. I fell for her right away. All I had to do was see her smile. That's all it took. My fear disappeared. Blown away like leaves falling off a tree in autumn. Oh, they are gonna get hitched. Cool. Although I was still uncertain about who I was, her uniqueness helped me turn my eyes away from the turmoil inside of me to the world around me. Perhaps it was because of my uncertainty. I suppose I might have been grasping for my identity through love that I felt for her. It was an empty shell at the time. I was. Flowing into that void. Yeah, it seems like everybody else just gets a great thing. But anyways. It would have been nice if they all got their own little color, but nah, it's okay anyways. Flowing into that void was her simple, pure smile. Innocent in her total lack of artifice. Total lack of fakeness, you mean? From that point on, for 6 days, she was in my constant thoughts. I found myself looking at her all the time. I didn't have the courage to tell her, but it was enough for me just to see her. And what about afterwards? Did you finally confess afterwards? Or have you been like 17 years of not confessing? Because that would be terrible. That's how fond of her I was. I loved her. Coco Yagami? Wait, I thought you loved Harukana. You loved Coco Yagami? Oh, okay, that changes things for me. But wait, Coco Yagami loves, Blickwinkle. Love triangle! Oh shit. And then May 6th, the fateful day arrived. I had come down with TB, and when the rescue team found me, I'd lost consciousness. By the time I found out that Coco had been left behind in the research facility, a few days had already passed. When Yubise Harukana, told me what had happened, I was shocked. At the same time, I thought, I've got to go save her. I didn't even wait for you to finish the rest of her story. I just ran outside. You caught up with me and started telling me about things about the third eye and fourth dimension, past and future, but none of it made sense. 17 years from now, you have to go back to Lemur. You'll return as Takeshi Kurinari. Unless we can trick Blickwinkle, wake him up, and bring him to our world, we'll never save Coco and Takeshi. So please, help me? That was what you asked of me. It took a few more months for me to become fully convinced. All I wanted to do was save Coco. Okay. Aww, I feel bad for him then, because Coco loves me! If she'd been alright, I didn't mind the danger. Even if I was despised, blamed, criticized, even ridiculed, none of that mattered to me. I just wanted to see Coco smile again. Okay, either way works. Whether he actually likes Harukana, or whether he likes Coco, I could see him going out of his way to, fuck himself up for that. But either way. Only this way, though, there's gonna be a love triangle. And nobody likes Harukana! Aww. Still, there was Takeshi to consider as well. Yeah. I respected him greatly. He was brave enough to sacrifice his life to save the woman that he loved. For a 15-year-old like me, Takeshi was a role model. I swore that I would save Coco and Takeshi, no matter what. 17 years later, for 17 years, you and I had spent every minute, every second putting our plan in motion. Yes, I'd lived for this day. Just 6 days. Coco and I had only spent 6 days together. But in those 17 years, not a moment went by that I didn't think about her. Okay. I can see that, yeah. Alright. Because I love her. That was the only reason I had been able to fool everyone. Shou-chan! And there she is. Well, I guess somebody can like her. My heart leaped. She was calling to me. I couldn't turn around. I stood there frozen, even forgetting to breathe. Hey, what are you doing here all by yourself? Coco wrapped me on the head and peeked around at my face. Come on and join everyone. It's no fun by yourself, right? Huh? You're not worried about something, are you? Ellipses.
とか？
Are you feeling bad that you liked everyone? Ellipses.
まあそんなこと気にしなくてもいいのに。
You don't have to worry about that.
だって翔ちゃんがブリック・ビンケルさんを騙さなかったらココもタケピョンも助からなかったんだよ。
Besides, if you hadn't been able to trick Winkle, Takapion and me wouldn't be here right now. Be here. Be here? Be here.
翔ちゃんは命の恩人さんなんだよ。
We owe you our lives, right?
みんなにももうそのことは説明してあるんだし。
You don't have to explain a thing. Did he ever get his memory back, by the way? Or did he never regain it? Like, who was he before then? How did he get there? If he never got his memory back, I'll be okay if they don't explain it. But if he got his memory back, then I want to know.
感謝する人はいても翔ちゃんのことを責める人なんて誰もいないんだ。
We're all grateful to you. Nobody here blames you.
そうかな。
You really think so?
そうだよ。
Of course I do.
ほらだから早く早く。
Okay, so come on.
みんな翔ちゃんの少年レインの歌が聞きたいって言って待ってるんだから。
Everybody's waiting to hear your voice, kiddo.
仮面ぼ呼吸なんだから。
Waiting and waiting and waiting. Isn't it going to be confusing because it's the same voice as Takeshi? Although it's also, according to the credits, the same voice as Shonen as well? Because that'd be confusing.
その後みんなでひよこごっこ大会することになってるんだから。
And after that, we're going to celebrate! Coco was laughing. The smile that I had waited 17 years to see was shining right in front of me. Sora Kanegazaki. The smile that I had waited 17 years... Oh shit, there it was! The smile that I waited 17 years to see was shining right in front of me. Oh, of course. It made me dizzy to look at it. An electronic rhythm pulsed through my body, the excessive voltage throwing my logic circuits out of order. It was a pain that I experienced before.
なあ、そら。
Hey, Sora. Haha.
おい、そら。
Hey, Sora. Ah.
ほら、ちゃんと聞いてるのか？
Are you
人の話
listening? Are you listening to me?
え
Huh?
何でしたっけ？
What were you talking about again?
これだよ、これ。ピピ。
This here, Pee-Pee.
いきなり動かなくなっちゃったからさ、調べてもらおうと思って。
He just stopped moving all of a sudden. I thought you could take a look at him. Takeshi lifted up Pee-Pee and stuck him out in front of me.
いきなりですか？何か考えられる原因
All
は？
of a sudden, you say? Any reason you can think of?
うん、ある。
Maybe.
つぐみがな、突然船室の中で暴れ始めて。
Tsugumi, she started thrashing around in the cabin and, oh boy.
俺はあいつを組み伏せようとしたんだけど、逆に弾き飛ばされちゃって。
Of course. I tried to pin her down, but she threw me off.
で、尻餅をついたところにピピがいて。
And when I went down, this little guy happened to be there, and,
ピピの上に乗っかってしまったということですか？
I landed right on top of him. Maybe that's what could have caused it?
ああ、そしたら動かなくなってしまい。
Yep. After that, he stopped moving.
ちょっと貸してください。
Let me take a look. I took Pee-Pee from Takeshi and started a diagnostic on him.
おかしいですね。
That's strange.
どこにも異常は見当たらないようですけど、
I don't see anything wrong with him.
おそらくバッテリー切れではないでしょうか。
Maybe his battery ran out?
そっか。よかったよかった。
What a relief. Because he is just a robot. Kind of like Sora.
俺が壊したなんて言ったら、ココだけじゃなく、ユウにも、ユウの娘にも恨まれるだろうからな。
If they thought I'd broken him, Coco, you and her daughter would have been furious at me. Well, Yu's daughter never met Pee-Pee as far as I know. But, so Sora has a robot body now, right? That's a thing? I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Anyways.
私だって恨みますよ。
Well, I would have been too. Upset that he hadn't included me, I continued.
私もピピには愛着を持っているのです。
I'm fond of Pee-Pee too, you know, of course.
いいえ、愛着などという言葉では言い表せないぐらい、私とピピは深いところで通じ合っているのです。
What? Sora X Pee-Pee? The fuck? I don't think fond describes it. You might say Pee-Pee and I are connected to on a deeper level.
そもそも今から17年前、
17 years ago.
ピピが海の底に潜ってテラバイトディスクを拾ってこなかったら、今の私は存在していないのですから。
That's true. If Pee-Pee hadn't picked up my terabyte disk, I wouldn't be here right now.
そして洋上に浮かび上がったピピを田中さん、優美星はるかなさんのことですが、
And after Pee-Pee got to the surface, Yubisei Harukana, that is.
彼女がピピを回収し ディスクに記録されたデータを私の中にコピーして
Took the data off the disk and copied it to the body you see now. Yep.
だからこそ今の私は17年前に皆さんと過ごした記憶や自我やそういったものを保っていられるのです。
That's the reason I was able to maintain the records of what happened to all of you 17 years ago.
その後ピピは田中さんに引き取られ、それ以来ずっと今日まで田中家の一員として可愛がられてきました。
After that, you took in Pee-Pee, and from that time on, he's been a member of the Tanaka family all along. Yay!
つまりピピは私たちにとってなくてはならない存在だということ
In
です。
other words, Pee-Pee's an irreplaceable part of all of our lives.
このことはすでに倉成さんにお話ししたはずですが。
I thought I'd already told you?
ああ、確かに聞いたよ。そうだったな。
Yeah, that's right, now that you mention it.
でもだからってそんなにムキにならなくてもいいじゃないか。
Come on, you don't have to get so serious about it. Why so serious?
とにかくピピは壊れてなかったわけだし、それでいいだろ。
Besides, Pee-Pee isn't broken, so what's the big deal? Try saying that to Coco. She'd go apeshit on your ways. Keshi laughed pleasantly. Oh. I can't fight it. His smile always disarmed me. It was as bright as the sun and powerfully magnetic. He could charm me effortlessly. Wow, we're seeing into the personality of Sora. That's funky. Of course, this isn't the Sora that goes madly, deeply crazy in love with him. Only a Sora that loves him in a platonic sense, I guess. Unless we're gonna get a love triangle, but I mean, yeah. It isn't fair. That smile should be outlawed, Takeshi.
ところで空、一つ聞いてもいいかな。
By the way, Sora, can I ask you something?
なんでしょう。
What is it? I looked away and tried desperately to regain control of my wildly racing mind, so that he would not see through to my true feelings. How can he not? I mean, you're so obvious about them. You can't lie, right? Mm-hmm.
こんなこと聞くのはひょっとしたら失礼に当たるかもしれないんだけど。
Hope you don't think it's rude of me to ask this, but...
その、なんというか。
Is it about her real body?
空の体についてなんだ。
Yeah, it's about your body.
体ですか？
My body?
ああ。
Yeah.
俺が見た感じだと、今の空は人間と全く変わらないような肌の質感をしてるし。
As far as I can tell, you look totally human. Your skin...
仕草とか佇まいとか、そういうのもすごく自然で。
The way you move, your appearance, everything is so natural.
失礼でも何でもないじゃないですか。
That isn't rude at all. No. She never takes anything as rude. She's too nice. But she's innocent, so it's okay.
むしろ今のは褒め言葉ですよ。ありがとうございます。
Actually, that's a compliment, isn't it? Thank you.
それで質問というのは？
And was that your question?
いや、だからその、空の体は一体どんな仕組みになってるのかという。
No, I mean, I was wondering how your body is put together is all. I kind of figured something like this might happen. Like put the memories in Sora and then you can get giggity, sort of.
不思議ですか？
Is it strange to you?
うん、不思議だ。
Yeah, a bit.
不思議だと思うと同時に嬉しかったりもするんだけどな。
At the same time, I'm happy.
だってほら、こんな風に触れるようになったか
I
ら。
mean, I can actually touch you now. Not that that's weird. As he said that, Takeshi put his hand on my cheek. Ugh! It burned. A lump, hot and boiling, ran from my stomach to my brain. My generator was burning too much energy, frying my processor. My logic circuits shut down. Uh-oh.
倉成さん。
Takeshi-san! Oh! Holding Pee-Pee firmly to my chest, I gathered onto Takeshi's palm with my free hand. Uh-huh. We're actually touching each other. Robot orgasm incoming. We can touch each other. Really touch each other. I had waited these 17 years just for this moment. Wow.
どうしたんだよ、空。酒でも飲んだのか？顔が真っ赤だぞ。
What's wrong, sir? Have you been drinking or something? Your face is all red. Can you drink? Can your robot form drink, like, without shutting down or anything?
倉成先生。
Professor Kurinari.
なんだね、茜ヶ崎くん。
What is it, Miss Akanakazaki?
世の中には不思議なことがたくさんあるのですね。
There's so many strange things in this world, don't you think? Uh-huh. Huh?
先生は 私の体のことをお尋ねになったでしょ？
You asked about my body, didn't you, Professor? Don't say it's like Pag's million. No, it makes more sense if you have a robot body.
私がどうして実体を持つようになったのか疑問をお感じになったのでしょ？
You wondered how I came to have this body, didn't you? Yeah.
その答えはたった一つです。
There's only one answer. Don't you dare say Pag's million. I know it's a robot body. Don't try to answer in a stupid poetic way.
これは奇跡なんだと思います。
It was a miracle. Well, sure, but it's also a robot body.
奇跡。
Miracle?
はい、女神アフロディーテの奇跡です。
Yes, a miracle from the goddess Aphrodite. Not actually. It was a robot body. Don't fuck with me, game. Takeshi looked straight into my eyes and blinked. He opened his eyes wide with a start and said,
ピグマリオンか。
Pygmalion? Oh, and Harukana's the one who first mentioned that. I slowly, quietly nodded. But that's not actually true. It's the robot body. Stop bullshitting. Just then. Hello! You might not be admitting it, but I know you have a robot body. Stop pretending it's anything more than that, you Sora person, you. In came the girl with boundless energy, Coco. I quickly let go of Takeshi's hand. Yep, didn't want to be seen like I'm cheating on Tsugumi or anything. Like he is. Have any of you seen Pee-Pee? Yeah, Takeshi kind of broke him. Oops.
っていうか、ソラさん持ってんじゃん。
Wait a sec, you're holding him, Sora.
ええ、だけどピピ、今バッテリーが切れてるみたいですよ。
Yes, but it looks like Pee-Pee ran out of batteries. And let me guess, Coco's like, oh, I didn't realize he was a robot. Or something stupid. In saying that, I handed Pee-Pee over to Coco.
バッテリー切れ？そんなはずないよ。
Out of batteries? That can't be. He's a real dog. Let me guess, your parents gave him to you. And gave you a robot dog on purpose because they knew you couldn't handle a real dog. Is that it? You're way too crazy to handle a real dog.
だってさっき充電したばっかりだもん。
Oh, well, never mind. I just finished charging him a minute ago. Okay, she knows that he's a robot. Coco held Pee-Pee between both her right hands and started shaking him left to right. That's how you shake him? Oh, that's so stupid! That's not actually how you charge most things, you know. Unless Pee-Pee charges the same way? That's funny. Oh, I like that a lot. As the phone, for those who've forgotten, that's how Takeshi's phone charges. He wasn't rechargeable kinetically, so that shouldn't have done anything for him, but... Huh? I exclaimed this without thinking as I realized something. Coco and Takeshi both turned to stare at me.
わかっちゃいました。原因、
I figured it out, the reason I mean.
原因？
The reason?
スイッチですよ。
His switch.
ただ単にスイッチが切れているだけなんだと思い
I
ます。
think you just need to turn on his switch. Oh, when he fell on Pee-Pee, he accidentally hit the switch to turn him off. Coco lifted Pee-Pee up above her. There was a button in his navel. Ooh, his navel. Gross.
いいですか？いきますよ。
Are you ready? Here I go. I stuck out my finger and zeroed in on his belly button. And...
ポチッとな。
keep it simple. Oh, yes. I firmly pushed the button. Whirr. His motor started to run, and I could hear the faint sound of something oscillating. Pee-Pee's eyes came to life. Ruff, 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 ruff.
ソラさん、どうもありがとう。
Thank you, Sora.
お礼なんかいいですよ。私はただボタンを押しただけなんですから。
Don't mention it. All I did was push a button. All the callbacks. That's kawaii. Just then. I always did like your laugh, Takeshi. Takeshi broke out in laughter.
そうかそうか。そら覚えててくれたんだな。
Hey, Sora, you remembered? Mm-hmm. Unlike people who maybe have to remember things, like that's crazy. You know, like Kurabaki having problems with that. Sora's kind of a robot person, so it's not that hard to prioritize certain memories, I would think.
ええ。
Yes! I smiled from the bottom of my heart and nodded. The bottom of my vag. Do you have a robot vag? Questions for later. The world is full of strange and wonderful things, isn't it? Discussion about Pagmalion, and keep it simple. Neither of those should have been on my terabyte disk. Oh. Well, that's stupid then. Why do you remember? That's bullshit! You should not remember those. I take it back. This game is terrible. I'm just kidding. Pee-Pee leapt from Coco's arms. Into Coco's arms, you mean? I don't know. And wagging his tail fittingly, he raced across the deck. Ah, whatever the case. He should have been. He should have been in Sora's arms because she was the one who turned him on just now. But whatever. Wait, Pee-Pee! Making a racket, Coco chased after him. I believe all that's left is Coco. It's seen everybody else's perspective, unless they also show Blick Winkles. The deck was overflowing with quiet sunlight and cheerful laughter. Looking up, there was the sky. The Sora, even. The blue sky that continued without end, stretching out in all directions. Ruff, ruff! Ruff, ruff! Ruff! Pee-Pee, hey you! Wait a second, you little... Coco Yagami, there we go. Ruff, 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 ruff! Seeing her perspective, this should be interesting. It'll answer a big question I have. Is she really fucking crazy? Is she, playing dumb all along? Or some combination of the two? Pee-Pee! Hey you, wait a second, you little... I was chasing after Pee-Pee. I didn't know why, but that's what I was doing. Yeah, she's just kind of crazy. It was probably just something fun to do. Okay, she really is crazy. Good to know. Pee-Pee ran across the surface of the deck like he was flying. Like he was flying. Let's bring it back for this end of the game. Suddenly, Pee-Pee stopped. Just when I thought he wasn't running anymore, he looked up to the sky and started barking at something. Is it Blick Winkle? Huh? Is there a bird or something? I'll use her voice for this though, but her proper voice. I lifted him up. Still, he wouldn't stop barking, so I followed his gaze and looked up into the sky. And there was... Oh, it's you, Oni-chan, / boyfriend. It's weird. Yeah, sorry about that, Karabuki. My love is for another. Oops. Right in front of my eyes floated the outline of my brother, who I love dearly. God, that's fucked up. Well, okay, you can love your brother, but not in a boyfriend sense. Well, it wasn't something I had seen. Rather, I'm seeing it right now. That's confusing. Right now, at this moment, Coco is looking at you. Wait. Wait. Right, Coco refers to herself in third person. That's right. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. It wasn't something I had seen. Rather, I'm seeing it right now. Right now, at this moment, Coco is looking at you. Yes. Wait. She cries out suddenly with an elated expression. Wait. Is Coco still talking, or am I talking now? Wait. What? Wait. What? Hi! Everyone, come over here! It's Mr. Blick! If anyone else can even see me, / him, / whatever perspective we're on. Come here, quickly! Oh! That's great. Oh, and oh, the hands. Oh. I'm just gonna go back to regular. The first people to arrive are Hokutan and Tsugumi. Nope, I'm even calling him Hokutan. Unless that's Coco. In which case, the first people to arrive are Hokutan and Tsugumi. Who's talking? Is it me or her?
どうしたの?
What's wrong?
何かあった？
Did something happen?
あれ見てよ、あそこ。
Look there, see over there! Wait, who's you? Wait, I'm sorry, what? Whose perspective is this? Coco points at you? Well, okay, it has to be Coco's perspective. She's referring to herself in the third person. Or no. Even then, it would be like, I points at you. That doesn't make sense. It would be Coco point at you. I'm pointing at you. Who? What? What? Coco, what the fuck? I'm confused. Whose perspective? Wait, I'm looking in at me on my own perspective. Is that it? I give up. I give up. You stopped making sense, game. Great. Good job. Took you long enough. She wanted to tell everyone that you've arrived. Whoever you is. So, I guess this is my friend. This is my psychic fourth dimensional friend's perspective. And maybe this fourth dimensional friend has a link to Coco, and that's how she links to me. I fucking don't know. Yes, if we know the truth behind this psychic other fourth dimensional friend besides from Blickwinkle, then we'll know the truth about everything. It explains everything. Gotcha. Tsugumi takes off her hat, and I'm just gonna assume it's a female with this kind of voice, and squints her eyes against the sunlight. Hokutan is...
Ah, 本当だ。また来てくれたんだね。
Hey, it's true, you've come back? We're never gonna see what he looks like, are we? A smile covers his whole face, and he jumps around as if he'll start to dance. Oh! Next, Takapyon shows up, but that's fucking Coco's... Oh, whatever.
あ、なんかいるのか?
Oh, what's going on? Because he's a non-believer, he can't see. I guess the only people that can really see are Coco and Hokuto, probably. I mean, maybe Tsugumi and Mayo or something could see, but, you know, non-believer... A Mungo like Takeshi won't be able to see. Mayo jumps up. What? Up on Takapyon's back. And soon everyone shows up one by one. Oh, you with Sora. Sora. Nakyu's daughter. Sora, Nakyu's daughter, indeed. And you're using the Nakyu nickname. That's what Coco uses. So, wait, this is Coco talk? I don't even know. I don't know. I mean, it's what Mayo uses, but Coco stole the nickname, so... Coco stole the nickname from the future. I don't know. No, wait, yeah, Nakyu's daughter. Yeah, I don't know. That's Coco. It's Coco talking. Fuck it, everything.
どうしたんですか田中さん
What's going on, you?
いいから早く早く
Now they're always being called Yuaki and Yuharu. Just come on, hurry! Oh. And there's, Kaburaki and, Oh, yeah, okay, so this is Coco's perspective. Gotcha. So she's just fucking crazy. And her inner monologue is fucked up. And Nakyu. And Kiddo. Yep. That's her version of Kiddo. Kaburaki. Look at that smug-ass face. You're kinda like my rival character. I don't know. Sort of. So has he interacted with Takeshi yet? Because, you know, that would totally be awkward. Anyways, going back a little bit, is this just typos, or is this actually how she thinks to herself? Because it's clearly Coco thinking. It's Coco's perspective. It's just really fucked up. Let's see here. Right in front of my eyes floated the outline. Well, it wasn't something I had seen. Rather, I'm seeing it right now. Right now, at this moment, Coco is looking at you. Yeah, that's weird. That's just her narration. She cries out suddenly with an elated expression. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Coco, you're fucked up! Okay, whatever. It's Coco's narration. Gotcha. And Nakyu, kiddo?
彼ね
It's him? Yeah. Oh. The boat is suddenly crowded with excitement. No, the boat is suddenly crowded with excitement. Yep, that's all. 9 of them? Yeah, that pretty much makes sense, because there's 2 different versions of you. There's 2 different versions of Takeshi, I guess. Even though technically it's 2 different versions of... Well, there's a Shonen and Takeshi, and then there's him who was both at once. And then there's Mayo versus Coco, so that's 3 differentiations. The mainstays were Sora and Tsugumi, and... Well, there has to be 3 mainstays if there's 3 fuck-ups, right? Well, I get... Oh, it's because he was the same person as... He was a Shonen and a Takeshi. So yeah, 9 people. That's the correct number. I really do like this group shot. It's nice. I like it a lot. Brother! Because apparently I'm your brother now, because she's that fucked up in the head. Coco, you need to see a mental institute. Coco is waving her arms. Coco is waving her arms wildly. Yep. This is still Coco's point of view as far as I'm concerned. She's that fucked up. Hoping, praying.
どうかこの思いがお兄ちゃんに届きますように
Please let my thoughts reach my brother.
そして再びお兄ちゃんに巡り会う時が訪れますように
And please let me meet with him again someday. Maybe? Right then, I, Coco, was looking at my brother. Indeed. Yes, you are. You and your weird narration. Right then. Okay. Are we switching sides now, I guess? That tint was the switching of sides? I don't know. I'm guessing. I was looking at the world where Coco existed. Looking down at it with both of my eyes, I was sure of it. If the moon is only there because of your belief that it will be there when you look for it, then I guess Blickwinkle's only there because of your belief that Blickwinkle will be there? It was possible that I'm here, and they are here only because we believe that we are. That's confusing. The world is here now. I am here looking at the world. Uh-huh. I am here looking at myself, looking at the world. That's fucking confusing. Also, the only one who we don't really get to see a picture of is young Shonen. Young Kabaraki. Aww. Even though I feel like as the game has gone on, this ending bit, he started to look more and more younger, more like the young Kabaraki. Which is weird, because originally when we saw him, they made a point of being like, no, he's clearly different. And the further that we've gotten, the more times we see him, he seems to look younger and younger and closer to the young Kabaraki. It's like, what the fuck, game? Are you just messing with me? Yes, of course, the whole game is just messing with me. I think they've made that clear by this point. I'm here, looking at myself, looking at the world. How far do I go? How deep do I go? Inception. I don't know the answer. But there are some things I'm sure of. I am seeing now. I am being seen now. You are seeing now. And you are surely being seen by someone. Oh, that's a nice message. End with an E. Yes, save system data. Is that it? I'm gonna check the stuff and then I'll give thoughts. Okay, so if I go to special, shortcut, what do we got? I'm missing a couple. U version bad ending. I guess there's a Sora version bad ending, I suppose. And then what about this? May 2nd, Coco version, Takeshi's perspective. May 2nd, Coco version, kid's perspective. May 3rd, Coco version. I see. 4th Coco version, 5th Coco, 6th Coco, 7th Coco. Gotcha. Jukebox. Oh, I don't need this. I always go to this, but I don't need it. Alright, so... Oh, we're missing one. That's the bad ending, probably. So we've got, this one. Oh, yeah, that was from Takeshi's Pathway, I believe. When was that? She got really mad at him because of something. Was that, like... No, it must have been the True Pathway. That's what... It has to be the True Pathway. So at some point, she got really mad at him in the True Pathway. I actually don't remember this. Weird. Okay, oh, that I remember. Getting giggity. Yeah, can't forget that. Yummy. And of course, I can't forget that. Baby Aki. Aw, that's so cute. I guess I'm missing one from the bad ending. Might do a bonus video covering that. Yeah, I want to show the bad ending. Sure. Usually I like to do all the bad endings first before I get to the true ending. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure how I get the bad ending. So, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Unless, of course, the other option, if this isn't the bad ending, then it's, what is it? It's when I choose to hang out with you instead of Mayo in the true ending. Because there was a point where I could choose Mayo or you, and I chose Mayo, so there could be a scene with you that's this as well, possibly. I got everything with Tsugumi, including, I got, kid's portrait. I got baby's portrait. Oh. Let's see, there's, I got all the Sora stuff, including this last one, where she looks unhappy for some reason, even though she should be happy. I got, oh, I guess it's true that you couldn't, yeah, they never really showed you Takeshi, did they? I guess? I don't know. Yeah, because I thought this one showed Takeshi, but I guess it didn't. And did any of Tsugumi's show Takeshi? Oh, they cut off the hair in that one. They cut off the rest of... Yeah, I guess, yeah. They never really show the hair. Which seems weird, like, because Kubaraki was told to look like Takeshi, but he was never actually told to look like Takeshi with different color hair, which is kind of a silly coincidence. This is Mayo. Yeah, it's kind of random, but I like it. And then, yeah, so that's from her ending. And that's her as well. Yeah, that's from saving themselves. This could have been either one. This kind of looks like a bigger, taller shonen, but you can't see for sure. Okay, yeah, so that's everything. Okay, we got all of Coco's images, so got that one, and we got that one, and oh, we got the fucking chicks one, of course. That one's also new. Lots of new Coco images. Oh yeah, they're slightly different depending on circumstances. This one, finally, even though I got the screensaver for that a while ago. This one, and no, I think that's, we had that already. This one. And, oh, actually, no, we had that one already, I think. These are new. And that one. And then that one. Oh, it scrolls in. Funky. And this one. And, this one. And finally, this one. Yay! Okay, and then in the 6th page, we got... What are our new ones? I guess you can't quite tell the hair is different in this one. Like, look at this one. It looks like he's older. I feel like they aged him down as the game went on, which was weird. Like, compared to this one, he looks so much more youthful. They youthed him down. I don't know. Maybe his aged up appearance is because of Blickwinkle? I don't know. And then this one. And then finally... Oh, they don't even show you the big one, do they? Oh, that's a shame. There's that. Which, this makes you think Mayo and Coco are somehow connected. It's actually clever of the game. Kind of tricking you into thinking Mayo and Coco are connected. They're really not at all. They're some of the most not connected characters in the game. But the game cleverly, with this image, I feel, tricks you into thinking that they're definitely connected. And they're not, really. I think I have this one already. Or, did I? I don't know. I got this, I got this. That's new. Or is it new? I don't know. That one's definitely new. Oh, I like that. Let's look at that again. Oh, that's cool. Outfit swap. But nobody's wearing Coco's outfit. There's this. You punching, of course. This one. Can't even tell if some of these are new. I think that's new? No, it's not. I don't know. I'm missing a few, unfortunately. But I have most things. I can probably unlock most of it if I just get the couple last bad endings. Screensaver, what else did we get? Let's see here. I'm not sure. Oh, I don't want it. God damn, I forgot that you don't close up on these. So there's a bunch of shonens, bunch of Yus, bunch of Skumis, bunch of Cocos. I think that's new. And a bunch of Takeshis. Yeah, this is definitely new because it has his black hair and not his brown hair. Which is Kaburaki's brown hair. And then all this stuff. And then system voice. I don't really need this. Turn. And then clear list. Endings cleared 8 of 11. Scenes completed 122 of 126. Pass completed 177 of 225. Holy shit. Percentage complete 110 of 114. Number of screensavers. Cleared endings list. Tsugumi version good ending. Sora version good ending. U version good ending. U version epilogue. U version bad ending. Sora version good ending. Sora version epilogue. Sora version bad ending. Coco version end. So I'm missing the U version bad ending. I'm not sure what these are. Because based on the number of letters, bad end wouldn't fit. I don't know what these are. I'm gonna have to do some looking up just to see how to get all the other endings. Oh, here we go. What am I missing? What do I still need to do? Oh, here we go. Takeshi Sora, Remembering Sora. And then there's 2 new ones here. And then it skips to Kid. So I don't know what those are. What else am I missing? Oh, I'm missing one here. Kid U, Machinum, Kid U Multiverse. Is that Kid U bad ending? Probably, because this is the epilogue. So yeah, I'm missing the Kid U bad ending. Kid Sara future. I don't know what that is. Coco, bunch of Coco stuff. And epilogue Blickwinkle. Okay, so there's gonna probably be a bonus video covering Yu's bad ending and stuff. I'm not gonna do it at the moment. Not only am I running out of time, I don't know how to do it, so I'd be frantically searching Yu's pathway again. I'm still mad that I wasted an hour on that pathway doing nothing new. I'll look it up, figure out what I'm missing and how to get it, and I'll show you. And I guess after that I'll give my final thoughts. I'm not going to give my final thoughts right now anyways, because I really can't give my final thoughts in this game without comparing it to Zero Escape. I have to. I've gone so long staying quiet, even though there have been times where I've been like, oh, that's like the one thing. Yeah, so I am going to make a final thoughts on this game, and it is going to spoil the shit out of Zero Escape. So, even though I've been good about not spoiling anything in the LP proper, when that video comes out, I'll make sure you even put it in the title, the description, everywhere. Zero Escape spoilers, because they will be in there. So as for this video, I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was kind of a bullshit time loop, but realized it was a bullshit time loop. It had a cheesy message at the end. I wish we got to learn a bit more about Kaburaki. We might, because I know there's a little bit more to go. A little bit left in the game, but I don't think so. I think that's all we get of Kaburaki. And, you know, he's whatever. I wish we got a little more of him. And I guess there's some plot holes I could talk about that I noticed, but I don't want to get too deep into this when I'm probably going to revisit a lot of it in the Final Thoughts video. And I'll have a better understanding after I edit all of this. I'll get a better idea of remembering some of the stuff in case I've forgotten. We never figured out what was behind that kick the can thing, because that seemed to be fucked up. Like, there's little things like that that's like, why is this way? We never learned. That's the big one that stands out to me. What was up with kick the can? Even if we assume in one pathway Segumi was just in on it, in the other pathway, who was the one counting? Not sure what that's all about. Maybe there are reasons for that if you think about it hard, but I am not good at thinking hard under pressure. So I'll think about it off screen, and then come back with my conclusions and thoughts and spoilers for Zero Escape. So if you haven't seen Zero Escape, go back and watch all those before I upload my final thoughts, and then you can watch my final thoughts spoiler-free. So, that out of the way, this is Renegade68. This has been Ever17, the Out of Infinity Blind. It was fun. I guess last thing I'll say before I close this out, if I had to, no, never mind. I was thinking about something and I'm like, fuck it, I'll leave that for the final thoughts. So now you have to wait. Yeah, so I'm just done. See you guys next time. Still in Retro Phrase, fun game. Yeah. I feel so awkward because usually I like to ramble a bit about initial final thoughts and make a proper final thoughts later. But in this case, I'm specifically not doing that because to talk about any final thoughts, I really would want to bring up Zero Escape. So I'm just not going to do it. So whatever. Awkward ending. See you guys in the next final thoughts video. Bye bye. See ya. Bye.